What if I told you that Hollis Hall is buzzing with whispers of the extraordinary? If you're fired up about the future of our beloved Bears, you're not alone. This could be the tipping point that redefines our franchise's destiny. What if the winds of change are blowing so fiercely that we're on the brink of vaulting into the spotlight of the NFL? Today, we unearth seismic claims that one analyst thinks will turn our current roster into an offensive powerhouse never seen before. Picture this: a rookie quarterback just beginning to write his own hero's journey. But instead, we're talking about his numbers rewriting history itself. What if Caleb Williams goes from hopeful prospect to MVP contender, shattering every single passing record that has haunted this franchise since '85? Imagine the echoes of our legendary past swirling in the air, tales of the '85 Bears' dominance mingling with the dreams of a quarterback poised to break 4,000 yards and 30 touchdowns for the first time ever. Could this audacious leap catapult us into playoff contention and rekindle the fire of a proud fan base long yearning for a renaissance? It's not just hopeful speculation. It's the spark igniting our ambitions. There's something electric in the air, a current that could deliver us not just to the postseason, but to the storied height of greatness, a place we haven't graced for far too long. Will the Bears' future become the triumphant saga of redemption we've desperately awaited? As we analyze the latest controversial projections from an NFL analyst, step into a realm where stats are not merely numbers, but the heartbeat of our team's rebirth. Hold on to your hats, because the stage is set for a showdown of expectations. Are we ready to believe that Caleb could harness the spirit of legends before him? What if this is our moment to reclaim our identity in the throes of change and hope? As we plunge deeper into this narrative, brace yourselves, this hasn't even scratched the surface of what's to come. What if every practice rep at Hollis Hall, every late-night film session, and every whispered play call is aligning to turn Caleb Williams into the catalyst of a new Bears dynasty? Imagine an offense humming with precision, the revamped line holding strong as Williams drops back with ice in his veins, launching missiles to DJ Moore streaking down the sidelines, or finding Rome Oduns carving defensive backs like a sculptor revealing hidden form. What if our playmakers aren't only complementary pieces, but the very fuel that propels Caleb to scent each catch, each block, each broken tackle adding another chapter to his impossible stat line? Consider the blend of seasoned veterans and hungry young stars coalescing under a visionary coach who sees beyond yesterday's limitations. Could this alchemy be the secret ingredient that finally turns potential into performance on game day? And what if the roar of the crowd in Soldier Field isn't just noise, but the living pulse that electrifies Williams' every decision? Picture fourth quarter comeback scripted in real time, the scoreboard flipping on its head as Bears fans erupt like they did in '85, but this time with a quarterback writing history rather than following it. Could this synergy between player, coach, and city ignite a season where every pass attempt feels like destiny in motion? As we peel back the layers of hype and projection, one question remains. Are we witnessing the birth of an era where Caleb Williams doesn't just break records, he redefines what it means to be a Chicago Bear? Asterisk. If you're ready to ride this tidal wave of possibility, smash that like button, fire off your wildest takes in the comments, and lock eyes with the screen, because what happens next could blow the roof off Soldier Field. Imagine the rattle of helmets in the locker room as veterans crack their knuckles and rookies stand at attention, hearts pounding like timpani drums, all waiting for the moment when Caleb Williams hands off the play sheet for his record-shattering debut. But what if the real drama unfolds not on the field, but in the war council of Hollis Hall? Picture Ryan Poles and Ben Johnson locked in a heated conference, eyes gleaming with the same predatory focus that Mike Singletary demanded from his linebackers in '85. Only now the prize is not a sack, but the elusive MVP trophy. Can you see the flicker of ambition in their gaze as they weigh whether to unleash an air raid so bold it forces defenses into a panic, scrambling to plug gaping holes in the secondary? And what if that gambit fractures the locker room chemistry? igniting tension between the daring young guns and the grizzled veterans who carved out a legacy with bone-crunching hits and field-goal blocking heroics. Imagine Roquan Smith, the heartbeat of our defense, rising from a film room screening of Williams' practice tape, brow furrowed as he weighs loyalty to the franchise's defensive soul against the promise of an offense that could finally match the ferocity he unleashes on Sundays. But what if his loyalty clashes with the insatiable hunger of untested talents eager to seize the spotlight? Could a whispered rivalry between the front seven and the aerial brigade ignite a schism that threatens to unravel this fragile tapestry of ambition? Now, shift your gaze north to Lambeau and Ford Field, where rival general managers are already drawing up counterplans to cage the emerging juggernaut in orange and navy. The Packers brass, white-knuckled over tape showing Williams' laser, arms slicing through coverages, scrambled to reinforce their own offensive line fearing our rookie's quick trigger, could turn any misstep into a highlight reel pick. Imagine the Vikings defensive coordinator, chalk in hand, sketching blitz packages that might have worked on lesser quarterbacks but could merely feed Williams' appetite for chaos, turning pressure into opportunity as he evades rushers like a runaway freight train. But what if those schemes land perfectly and Williams stumbles, reminding us of the heartbreak of past quarterback flops? Could the weight of expectation crush his rookie zeal with a cruel reminder that the NFL is a different beast in college glory? Yet amid that tension, glimpses of hope flicker like embers in the cold November wind. Imagine a primetime Thursday night under the lights, when Williams uncorks a deep bomb that connects with a new weapon, a slot receiver whose route running feels as inevitable as destiny itself. Remember Willie Gault racing past defenders in '85, leaving him in the dust? What if Williams finds his own Gault, unheralded and electric, igniting the crowd with every yard after catch? But what if that pairing fails to click, leaving fans to wonder whether chemistry can be drafted or only forged in the fire of shared struggle? As the saga twists onward, consider the ripple through Moss McMahon. And Cutler's legacy. Could Williams' ascent rewrite the definition of a Bears quarterback and free us from the ghosts of broken dreams? Or will every miscue be magnified, echoing through the stadium like the hollow thud of a missed field goal that denies us the playoffs again? And nestled beneath the surface lies an even deeper question. Will this meteoric rise spark a power struggle in the front office, pitting the old guard against rising stars itching to pioneer a new era? Imagine phone calls in dimly lit executive suites, where alliances are forged and broken faster than a defensive lineman's punch move. Could Ryan Poles emerge as the visionary kingmaker, or will skepticism among scouts and coaches ignite a coup that reshapes the Bears' leadership architecture forever? The closer we edge to that season opener, the more every practice snap becomes a portal to history. Every huddle, every audible, every sideline signal loaded with the weight of our collective hopes and fears. So here we stand, teetering on the edge of destiny and disaster, hearts pounding in unison with the thunder of cleats on AstroTurf. Will Caleb Williams ascend like a phoenix from the ashes of our quarterback woes, or will this grand experiment collapse under the gravity of expectations? The answer looms just beyond the whistle, poised to detonate in front of 60,000 roaring fans and millions more glued to screens worldwide. Hold on to your jerseys, Bears faithful. The curtain is about to rise on a spectacle that will either ignite our souls or leave us grasping at the smoke of what might have been.